afternoon. Um, Thank you for tuning in. It's Saturday, September 7th. Today's topic is, it's a little bit, for a lot of people, it's a very intimate, personal subject. And we'll be talking about abortions and what happens to aborted babies from a Christian point of view. The Bible does not specifically address the fate of aborted babies. However, millions of answers backed by biblical knowledge ask about abortion in the Bible. Um, in Genesis 1:27, it says that God created mankind in his own image. And in Psalms 139, 13, 16, it speaks about how God knit us together in our mother's womb. These verses show that God values and cherishes human life, including the life of unborn. Also, the Bible addresses the issues of justice and teaches that humans should treat each other with respect and seek out the vulnerable to help them. It includes protecting the lives of the unborn based on the biblical principles. Many Christians believe that abortion is not in line with God's will, and I'm one of those as well. It's seen as taking a life of an innocent human being. The minute the sperm hits the egg, the minute conception has been completed, that is a soul, and I don't, you know, growing up before Jesus found me, I really believe that it's a woman's body and that it is completely and entirely up to a woman. And I'm sure, a lot of people agree with that, but the truth is that it takes two to create a baby. And I believe that a father should be involved in that decision making. Um, and there's a lot of, you know, like I said, I've heard people talk about being raped, and this is a completely different situation. If, you know, I would like to think in a perfect world that the conception of a baby is done in love, you know, uh, but realistically, that doesn't always happen. So if a woman is raped, Jesus forgive me, but I think that's something else. But I do know that taking the life of a fetus is murder. And I'm not perfect. In my life, there's been situations. Obviously, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I truly believed that abortion was okay at one point, and I was wrong. And I repented for that. I really regret. I believe that the souls of the unborn ultimately enter the kingdom of heaven because they're pure and they're unscathed by the demonic activity on this planet. And all children, that's why I love children, because they're so innocent, they're so untouched by the evil that lies in this planet. Forgive me for it is a very touchy subject for me. I've repented, um, on this subject many times. And, I would just ask if any of you are battling with this, to seek help, to talk to, I would say, a Christian counselor. But, we have to remember that when you take the life of an unborn fetus and a soul as pure as that, there's going to be answers. You're going to have to answer to a higher power at one point. It may not be on this playing field called Earth, but someone's always watching, and we're all accountable. So I thank you, and I would hope that everyone has a blessed weekend. God bless.